Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to ID at Xbox. We have a special stream today, playing one of this week's launches. I believe the game launched on Tuesday. We have Hot Rod Mayhem, and I brought a special guest with me today. We have the executive producer of Hot Rod Mayhem. Let me switch to the screen. Here we go. Welcome. I think... Is there... Oh, wait, hold on. One sec. I forgot to unmute. There you go. Now I'll say welcome.
Oh, fine. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Very glad to be here and having the chance to speak about our game and our company. I hope you enjoy it.
You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Your
name, title, all that stuff?
Of course, yeah. I'm Xavi Espejo. I am the executive producer at Casual Brothers. And well, about me, I have been making games for more than 20 years. I am bringing here my shirt from the Halo Master Chief Collection because I was part of the developer team of Master Chief Collection. And yeah, absolutely, totally in love with the game industry and making games. I have been a gamer since my childhood, 5 years old, playing with the Spectrum computer. And yeah, and I joined it a few months in Casual Brothers because I am a personal friend of Hernan, the CEO. And well, how to say, we are enjoying a lot working on games for different partners and having the chance to deliver our own games like Horror Mayhem. So thank you for the chance, the opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very clear that you're from the gaming industry with your background. So you've got a bunch of good stuff back there.
This is my office. It was supposed to be the room of the collection.
Yeah.
But as the children started joining the family, then it became the office.
That's awesome.
Here, so it's more than 1,300 games in the collection behind me.
1,300 games?
Yes, it's the history of my wife as a gamers since the NES, and even some PC games are behind me. So
that's amazing.
it's I don't know if it is like a mental issue or something.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know if it is amazing or not.
No, it's definitely amazing. I actually come from, well, you can see that I also have my interest in collecting games. This is actually completely not provided from, by default from Xbox. I specifically requested that I want copies of every single game that launches and get them into the background for the stream. So, yeah. I very much enjoy physical copies of games. And like a little sidetrack, like you're wearing your Halo shirt. You got to work with Saber in the past. I actually, a lot of my community and my friends and stuff like that know that I come from the Halo background as well. I have 5 Halo tattoos, and I collected a whole bunch of stuff for a very long time. I was one of like the original Halo collectors, and I recently. A couple of years ago, right before I bought my house, I decided to sell a lot of my Halo collection in order to like put a down payment on my house, and it paid off after all these years. So it's so funny how like gaming nostalgia. Yeah, I
have a lot of friends that are really in love with Halo. I personally, I was enjoying Halo back in time in the Xbox One and the 360 and so on. And well, let's keep fingers crossed so we keep with the good games from Halo. Microsoft, please.
Very, very excited to see what comes in the future. But let's talk about your game, since that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Since that's what we're here for.
We need to keep our friendship next to this. About first of all, I want to share with everyone who is this guy and then who is the company, because we are Casual Brothers, and many people is going to say, "Who is these people?" Well, I never heard this name. Yeah, probably you never heard of Casual Brothers because we have been hiding in the shadows for more than 10 years.
That's okay.
Uh,
That's totally fine.
yeah, we have been making games mostly with partners. We had all games that we released on our own. But
Do you have
it is that
any examples, like titles that people might recognize?
yeah, the Fenimore Fillmore series and so on, and super cool games.
Yeah.
From the time back in time. I mean, they are pretty old, you know.
Yeah.
And it's super fun that we have been making for so long games, and we didn't even have a website. You know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. We finally got to convince the CEO about the need of putting a website out there to give visibility, even to the people that we are working on. Because one of our partners, they were requesting us to put a website so they can still they can push our company to promote with their CEOs that we were a partner ideal to work, but we didn't have any kind of website to explain. So, well, about what kind of games we did. We did work on the Fenimore series that was ours. We did co-development support on games like Evil Death, on Killing Floor, and we did games for Monster High, Barbie, and, well, we have a very long list of games that we participated.
Yeah. I mean, you named some pretty big ones that people know. I mean, Killing Floor.
Yeah, well, I am bringing the big ones so people recognize them. But in the end, we are happy. We are happy to say that we worked in the Addams Family, in Ben 10, Transformers. Yeah, I mean, lots of IPs from partners that are very recognized in the industry. And yeah, we are listing as Casual Brothers in the developers in the credits.
Nice.
But, for more than 10 years making games, the company has been,
Yeah.
But from time to time, we release some games, and this is the chance. That's the case. I mean, we are super happy to say that after a long time without publishing anything, we are finally pushing something.
Yeah. Yeah, and something of your own. This is your title,
absolutely.
your IP, everything, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely fully owned by the company. And did you know the thing is that we got into making Hot Rod Mayhem because we have a line of games for the kart racing games. We did the Matchbox games, and we have the Toon Kart racing games from the past. And it is a genre that the people in the company really love.
Yeah.
It's further. We play a lot about the classics and so on, but they love the genre, and they wanted to make something new and fresh. And we were having the opportunity to make it because sometimes between contracts you have some blanks.
Yeah.
And you get the people to work on something for your own, and that's how the seed of Hot Rod was. The beginning of Hot Rod was having someone of blanks and then getting one of the lines that we were having, and okay, let's make something crazy, no restrictions to make a car racing.
Okay.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. Chris, the thing is that the team that did Hot Rod, they were getting crazy from the beginning with crazy ideas, and the focus was, okay, let's put no restrictions on what we do. The only restriction was having fun making the game,
Yeah.
and making able to release the game within all the projects and so on, and just making something fun to keep progressing the line of work for the car racing that we have.
That's awesome.
And yeah, absolutely. And then we went into something that we tried to make it the more different possible from what is usual in the genre. What makes really special for Hot Rod Mayhem, it is that we are making a tiny scale game for a racing game, and these cars, the Hot Rods, are running through human worlds.
Yeah.
When you get to play, you will see that you are going to play on parts, team parts, in a garden of a house.
Okay. Cool.
You will see.
Yeah.
The
Well, let's dive
we
into
are
it.
putting. Yeah, we are going to see that what makes it special this game is that the the tracks are really alive. We are having a lot of stuff to collide with, a lot of physics, a lot of movement from different characters and elements that you need to anticipate.
Yeah.
And this is one of the main leitmotif of the game, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we really think that it was a very good idea. We ended having something fun, I think, and I think that the people is going to love the proposal. But again, this is a very tiny indie game, and many people is not even going to know about the release. So we hope to have the chance, and we are very thankful for the opportunity that we are having with, I guess, Xbox and you about giving visibility. Because the reality is that we really think that the more people to play this game, more people is going to get in love with the game, and also with the company.
Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's very exciting. It's always fun to be able to showcase a game with the developer and hear them talk about, the passion behind it and everything. Let's definitely jump into more conversation, but what should I start with? Should I start with race or championship?
Yeah, I can explain you. Race is for having tiny championships made for playing with friends. If you click on race, please do it. You will see that by clicking on race, you will be able to see that you can configure there
Oh,
the
I
number
see.
of drivers. If you want to play only with players, the difficulty of the CPU, the number of races that you want to have before finishing the classification with friends, and even we have the chance to allow who is the player that's going to choose the next.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
next step. Yeah, they are tiny details. We added this just before the release because our intention was to, after the approval of the platforms, our intention was to keep updating the game, and our intention is to keep updating the game with tiny improvements
Yeah.
and new stuff. And yeah,
No, that's good.
that just joined it before the release, and we think that is going to help a lot. Most of the things that you are already seeing in there regarding the previous release was because we were sharing the codes to YouTubers and so on,
Yeah.
and they were bringing some feedback,
Yeah,
and
yeah. No, absolutely.
with the time we had, so we were able to add more stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
that's it. Yeah. So I recommend you to go and play Championship because it's where you are going to unlock stuff.
Cool.
Okay. The characters, as you see, you will be able to choose about bodies, hats, faces, and the color scheme. We have a good bunch of funny faces in there. We hope that many people is going to like the style. We wanted to do something that is different.
Yeah.
Always taking the decision on which kind of art style do you want to put in there. It's challenging because we were having a lot of proposals internally for something more cute, something more realistic, and so on. But in the end, we wanted to have something comical that is fun and reflects more the experience of what we wanted to do. And yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if you like it.
All right, I'm going with a pirate.
Okay. As far as I know, what is going to be the favorite is the pirate cat, because I am seeing a lot of people
Pirate
the
cat.
pirate cat. Yeah. At the moment, you only have 4 cards because we are going to unlock more cards, more elements for customization of the characters.
Yeah.
As we play the championship. Okay. But there is something very interesting that you have on the screen, which is the X, Y, and the option button. This means, because we wanted to have a bubble adding the information of this, but we didn't got it on time. These are different selectors that are going to be individual for each player. The first option, the option 1, is a help that makes that the players, when they have an accident, the car automatically is aiming to the center of the track. So
Oh,
it is
okay.
a help for players that are getting stuck a lot.
Yeah.
You know. The second option is the auto accelerate feature, which is allowing the players to select if they want to keep pressing the acceleration button or not. For tiny hands of my children, for example, they were getting tired about having to hold up the steer button uh, for long. So we
Yeah.
decided to put the auto acceleration button. And in the end, I think this is the best option because you are having the hands more free for controlling the turbo and the drifting.
It's
You
also
know?
like really great for accessibility too, like disabled
Yeah,
gamers or anything like that, right? Where
yeah, absolutely.
maybe not having enough fingers or or even not having like a hand to be able to play with, and being
Absolutely.
only
You can,
only having
yeah.
limited amount of button or the ability to only press limited amount of buttons is
Mm,
uh, is definitely a struggle, which that's enormously helpful.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely. We are taking into account the accessibility stuff. We take there is a guidance that Xbox is bringing to everyone about accessibility, and we are all having always this list of accessibility stuff taken into account when we do games.
Yeah,
We think it's super important. You know.
yeah,
Um, the third option it is about the camera, which is the more confusing one, probably. Because this was a battle that I was having with the CEO of the company. They like it more the what we call the orbital camera or the direct camera. The orbital
yeah.
camera what does is that allows you to see more your car from the side. Meanwhile, the direct camera is following more your direction of the car.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's an option that we wanted to keep it because we were not getting into an agreement on which one was better. you know?
Interesting. Well, I definitely
Yeah.
know the direct camera because I feel like you see that in most racing games. So I kind of want to see what the orbital camera is like. So I'm gonna pick that one.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right,
Absolutely.
let's jump in. Um, yeah.
So yeah,
Everyone, welcome. Welcome if you're just joining up. We're doing Hot Rod Mayhem with the developer, the executive producer specifically, of the game, yeah, we're gonna be doing 5 giveaways for Xbox keys for the game. So make sure you're reading chat. The moderators are here to help you in terms of possibly winning a code for the game. How's it going, Mendicant? Hi, Timber. All right. All right, let's see this. So do I start with Flower Cup because it's the only one highlighted?
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
we are looking all the championships, and you need to unlock the next one. We are unlocking the championships. We are unlocking new cards and new customization stuff.
Got it.
You know.
Okay. Hi, Verena. Hi, Dementia.
And there is something super interesting, I think, is that the different difficulty levels is adding more stuff in the tracks. So the track that you are going to play now has more elements in the game than in the track than easy does and less than the hard does. So yeah, it's something that we thought it will be helpful for the newcomers because on the hard level you are going to have a lot of stuff in the screen to interact with and
Oh
a
my
lot of
god.
noise like the water. And it was quite challenging for the newbies.
So you were definitely not joking at all where you're playing where you're playing just a miniature version of existing in a real place. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
First crash.
yeah, it's fine. But you are doing fine. You are
Oh,
okay.
just barely made it.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is that we are locking the different championships. You need to complete a trial, before going on and continuing into playing the classification of tracks, which are different numbers in different championships.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think it got squashed.
We really think that we were doing very good with the physics of the game. We
Yeah.
are hoping people are going to love the people will be loving the control feeling and the physics because even I was looking at the latest Mario Kart videos from the Switch 2 and I was thinking, oh, why they are putting so bad physics in the game? Our game has much better physics than that. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty interesting. Oh, neat.
mm,
Oh, it's pretty interesting feeling how much, because like when you're choosing which cart you're wanting. How do oh, I pressed B. Oh, I crashed into her. See, now would she have broken her ankle? Because I just crashed right into her foot. It's interesting to feel how slidey the carts are, and that obviously, you know. How did he pass me? That obviously will be affected based on which cart you're picking on in terms of handling.
yeah, the handling is making mm, how to say there are different cards that you are having different handling speeds and you are being more reactive or not, you know. This comes along with the grip, how the weight of the cards and so on. And if you are a newbie, it's always recommended to have a medium vehicle because if you are having a very light car and very fast car, it's going to slip a lot in the distance and so on. But on the other hand, if you are getting a heavy vehicle,
Yeah.
you are going to sleep less, no? So, for us, the recommendation always is for new people, just get an equilibrated vehicle, you know.
Yeah.
The important thing in the end is how you are going to play the game, which kind of style of race or play style you want to put. If you don't want to use much the drifting, it's going to be fine. I mean, you can still win. But of course, the people that are going to have more control of the drift, they are going to have an advantage.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
are allowing everything. If you do want to do snaking in this game, you are going to be able to do snaking in this game. And if you want to be more conservative and get a car that is faster and you don't need so much to overuse the drift, then that's fine. You can win in that sense too. You know, that's what you need to take into consideration when selecting the car. Just the drifting, the brake, the handling, all all these elements are really important on how you want to play it. If you get a card that is very high on the boost and it's very light and you use a lot the drift, then you are going to be constantly abusing about the turbo button, and you are going to be constantly having trouble to be on the track. You are
Yeah.
going to have a lot of because it's hard to manage.
I could
You know?
definitely tell because I chose the fastest cart. I could definitely tell that some of the downside to choosing the fastest cart is that it feels very slidey, and so I found that I was running into walls just here or in that last map pretty easily. Oh no! But yeah, no, the carts definitely feel. Oh no! Okay, I found an important drift spot. Oh no!
It's hard to speak while you play. I know. Yeah, no, you need to get your card, every card, and then decide which card do you want to have for the playstyle. That's the only thing that you need to take
Yeah.
into account. If you like a design of a car, you can get it because you have the same chance to win with every car. You know,
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
just get used to the controls. Um,
Do you guys have
there are some
plans for well, I know you have plans for like adding more designs and characters and stuff, but do you have thoughts on different carts aesthetically, or or with different balances?
Yeah, well, if we put new designs, probably we are going to find new balances in there. It will be different if we are only adding textures, because each card have different four colors, and if we add more colors in the end, then we are not going to change the balance of that card, of course. But if
Yeah.
we add new cards, then will be doing new balances.
Yeah.
But the reality is that there is a range that needs to be kept between streams, so the balance is not broken. Of course, at the moment we think that it is pretty good balance, and we are waiting for player feedback, and we are going to be looking at what the community is going to share with us regarding the balance and if they like the drifting and everything. So we are going to keep adjusting anything that might be not well balanced or anything, but we delivered a product that I think that it is super polished.
I mean,
And
everything
I
looks gorgeous. The aesthetics,
thank you.
just the design of everything looks. Oh no. Just looks super pretty. The maps feel very clean. They don't feel overly complicated. I do need to see about trying to find. It looks like on the map that. Oh, that was a good save. That
Okay.
there might be shortcuts, but I have yet to try to explore those. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, we are having alternative roads and so on in most of the tracks, you know.
yeah,
One of them is normally are a bit shorter, but they have more challenges. In some cases, the shortcuts, the difficult shortcut is bringing items and so on. So the idea is that we are looking to have the player always active, always thinking on what to do, and and having something to think about meanwhile they play.
yeah.
For
Oh,
example, there are some stuff that we need to keep improving. For example, are you seeing that when you hit the dumps, you are receiving turbo? Are you seeing that?
when I hit. Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, when you are hitting the dunks, you are receiving turbo.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there are these kind of elements in the gameplay that is getting there for the depth of the game. So many players are going to need to decide meanwhile they play which road they take. For example, here with the donks, should I go after the donk or not? For example, if you are with other rivals next to you, maybe if you go for the donk, they are going to get the donk before you, and you don't get any bonus for the turbo.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
and the
No,
thing is
absolutely.
that yeah, and the thing is that we are not the jump in this game is not bringing much benefit. Jumping in this game is losing control and sometimes is losing even speed.
Oh yeah,
So the only way to take profit in our game while jumping is that we do an what we call an air drift. The air drift, it means that you enter into the ramp drifting, and then you can fill up your turbo bar while drifting in the air. You
yeah.
know, is
Okay.
the, is the only way is the only way to take benefit from the jumps. Normally, the jumps are not for a benefit. So there are some places in which we have alternative routes and so on, but uh, you need to think about carefully which road you want to take.
Yeah,
For example, here you have the barbecue. You can go over the barbecue. If you go get over the barbecue, you are going to fill your turbo bar. So there is a risk because even the ramp for getting over the barbecue
yeah,
can be broken. You can be over the ramp and someone can break the box that is getting the ramp in place, and then you are going to fall. you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there is
no, that
always
makes
this and
sense.
so on.
I
And
have you for like taking jumps right now. They're not super beneficial to you. Is there any thought to implementing something like kind of like the moment you hit the ground to like hit acceleration again and you get a slight boost out of it or something along that line where you have like
yeah,
key timing situations?
this is the standard. What you're saying there is the standard. But
Yeah.
we were unsure about if we should be going for the standard because we wanted to make differentiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we go for that, it's going to be like most of the car races there, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think,
but
and obviously, the reason I bring it up is because it's very standard. So, seeing
absolutely.
it in a different light where it's
Mhm.
quite different, where you would expect for something like that, but you don't have it, makes you wonder, what was the strategy behind it? Is there consideration to do something different, or do you just not want it because you want to stand out in that situation?
To be honest, we decided not to put it because we wanted to see how the people react to the air drift technique. Because the air drift technique it's a complex one to do, but when you learn to do it, super satisfactory.
Yeah.
And and but the problem is that you need a lot of hand, some kind of expertise to be able to do it and take profit. Because if you do the drift not in the right moment, then you are going to lose speed.
Yeah.
So and not all the ramps are good for doing the air drift. So yeah, so we were having a lot of discussion internally in the team. We have in the list of ideas that was one of the most prioritary ones. So let's put this or not. But in the end, we said, okay, but let's get for something different. We are doing something that we make it different. We don't want to make the rip-off of the other cards games. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the air
No?
drift sounds like a pretty good alternative to putting that in. So, yeah, that'll be exciting to see for sure. What about item balancing? Is there any items that y'all like tested but decided it was too OP or anything like that?
Lot of items that we wanted to make different from the genre. We ended being putting them more closer to what's the standard. That's something we are not so much happy, you know. That we know that we are going to have a lot of critique of people saying, okay, but the items are very similar to other games. Yeah, we put a lot of ideas. They didn't work it so much,
Yeah,
and in the end, we went into a balance between what was usual in the genre and some stuff that it's a bit different from what is already in the standard.
yeah.
You know,
Okay.
uh, we
What
are
about
we are having a lot of items implemented that we didn't push because we needed a lot of balance. Basically, we were not able to make it work balanced. So it's safe. Maybe we'll be polishing some of them and bringing those in the future. Who knows?
yeah?
But
If I back out right now, can I come back to the same point that I was in for the championship?
yes,
Okay.
you could be playing the same.
I want to try increasing the difficulty of my fellow racers.
Yeah, well, the problem is that, yeah, no, now I understand your question. You are talking about if you can, on the hard difficulty, you need to play the same cup championship or you need go to the following one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We did it that each championship difficulty has to unlock everything.
I see. Okay. Got it.
Which was something that we also discussed internally, to be honest. You know, making games is about getting angry most of the days with the team.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Got it.
It's
All right. So now I got it. I'm gonna try winning this on the hard difficulty. See if I've
Yeah.
got it.
let's see if you see the differences between the elements that we are putting in the track because as it is hard, it is going to be filled with more stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Um, Chat, if you guys have any questions, this is your chance to ask. I saw some good comments like that this is one of the more polished kart racers that they've seen launch, which is, you know, great to hear. And it definitely feels that way too. Oh my god. Okay, I now see what you were saying about it being more difficult with obstacles in the way. Oh my god. I'm just running into everything. Oh no! I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
No, I think that you are not going to make it.
Oh.
I mean, we designed it hard to be challenging because in the end, our game is about finishing the championship
Yeah.
and unlocking everything. And yeah, so we wanted to have hard being a bit of a challenge, and you will have to retry in some championship for sure. You know, the good thing is that if you get to be one of the three positions on top, you are going to unlock the next one, and you can unlock everything by getting the third place in all the championships. That's good. But there are some
Yeah.
challenges after.
It is definitely quite a lot more difficult. I'm excited to see. So when you play on hard difficulty, I imagine not only is the map more difficult, are your enemies also just as like more complicated to deal with?
It's both. The AI difficulty is increased, and also we are adding more details, more hurdles in the tracks. You know?
Oh no.
And that's the balance. Come on, that you cannot really do it. Make it. Here, the fun thing is that you need to hit the ball to make them explode.
Yeah. Okay, got it. I beat the trial. It is
You know,
so much more difficult. Oh my god.
you know, one thing that is different from other games that we are adding these physics elements in the game, and you can have very fun stuff. When you are racing and you are pushing a ball and you are hitting other players with the ball and having the reaction there. And so if you get the turbo and you have slow cars behind in front of you and you hit them, you can make even two cars getting flying. in front
Oh
of you.
yeah. Oh, that's so. There's quite a lot of strategy into like.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, we are not putting online in the game at the moment. We are always discussing if we will be putting it online or not, because the budget was limited. But the reality is, we wanted to do a gameplay that was really good for local and was very different from what other players are making, because if you play other car races out there that they have online play, when you do an online play, you cannot have the same behavior of the
Oh yeah.
of the cars and so on. You know, the feeling is completely different, and that's why I think that our game really stands out. We are getting
Oh
a mess.
my.
Oh,
Oh my god. This
sorry for
is
the pain.
terrible.
You see, you are now playing with the fun of being in the road. In the medium, you did very nicely, and you were in the fifth place, and it was not so much fun as now, because being with the road is the most fun that you can have.
It's definitely like you're gonna have a range of gamers who are interested in different stuff. People enjoy just racing and feeling, you know, the ability of just driving around the track as fast as possible without having too much of the interactions from enemy players. And so But I am very much a compete at very difficult settings kind of person. So playing in this type of game mode, no matter how no matter how frustrating it can be, is so much fun for me.
Yeah, the thing is that we think that we got to make a gameplay that doesn't feel that frustrating like in other games. Because you have a lot of options. For example, the red dart is very similar to the typical blue shell that we have in the game, right? But the thing is that we are keeping the red dart over your head for long enough so you can react and get with the rest of the group. And you are playing for getting out the menace of the red dart. You know? Ouch. That's the physics. That's what we think it was super fun, and we thought that making this happen in a game was super fun. Yeah, and it can be very crazy, very crazy with super big jumps and and you can have a lot of impressionant collisions between cars, which is crazy, crazy and fun. So yeah, the thing is that that's it. The red dart. You need to. If you are in first place, you have too much distance from the rest. Okay, that's something you are going to. The only solution that you have is having shields. That you can even have two shields at the same time.
Yeah.
For saving from a couple of red darts. But if you are playing in hard and with 10 players, if you get too much distance from the rest of the team, you can expect that a lot of red darts are going to come after you.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it is part of the fun. It's a reality that many people complain about the first position attacks in car racings, but in the end, it really fits for the balancing and the handicap of the game.
Oh yeah.
And much more fun. And what we think we are doing super good is about the time that we are putting for the red dart, so you can break and get the red dart attacking other people.
Yeah.
That's something that works super well. And when we were playtesting together, to be honest, this game is more fun with multiplayer. Of course, you can have a play on your own and enjoy with the difficulty that you have in playing alone. But in the end, playing with friends is always a lot of fun.
So is it your traditional split screen experience? And how many?
Yes.
Is it 2 or 4?
No. We allow up to 4 players.
4. Okay.
And we are keeping a good frame rate with the 4 players and so on. So we are super happy.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people want the nostalgia of old 4-player split screen games. So I think it's pretty exciting to see games start bringing that back again. I think we like lost that for a little bit in gaming culture, and seeing it come back is so nice. I'm excited to have more split screen games come back. I think
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's something that the industry needs. But there is a reality, and nowadays more of the people play games, even children, on their houses alone.
And it's just so nice too, because it's like I feel like Xbox was really born off of was really born off of like split screen multiplayer experiences. I mean, you're a Halo fan, and I imagine that you have to remember the old days of just playing.
Yeah.
Oh no. Original. Oh my God! This is what you were saying.
Absolutely. Don't worry, you are still there.
But yeah, just the old days of playing that. Even things like Gears of War and just all those original. I mean, I played a lot of shooters when I was younger, so that's what I relate back to personally.
So yeah, we have good news for this game. We are making a balance. All the trials, they have a balance made to enjoy more with the multiplayer. because all the trials have been thought, and we have been looking into how to make them more fun playing multiplayer. You know,
Yeah.
and it is designing in a way that if you can't do it on your own, get a friend and unlock the beat the trial. You know, it is
Yeah.
designed in that sense. So we hope that people will love it, and we are always thinking on bringing more trials because we think they are really fun to play. And you will learn about more trials as you play. But it is a distinctive part of our game that we want to keep pushing on. You know,
That guy took first place right at the last second.
that's
Um,
that time.
I did see a question in chat. How many months did it take to create this game from start to finish? So how long ago did the project start? Because you just
You know,
released on Tuesday, so right Tuesday, right?
yeah, yes, absolutely. The thing is that the game took less or more 1 year, a bit more than 1 year. The thing is that we have been doing other stuff outside the game,
Yeah,
so it's not been a full year of development.
yeah.
Uh,
You can,
the
if
what
you
is
want to talk, because we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. If you want to bring that back up again, that Casual Brothers is, although this is your first main IP that's for the studio itself, that you guys work as a supporting studio for other titles.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I can tell the story to the audience. The thing is that Casual Brothers has been making games for more than 10 years. And we put the website in less than a couple of months. So we have been completely in the shadows. And we have been making games with a lot of partners. The thing is that Casual Brothers was born uh, by working with friends that we know they knew from the industry.
yeah.
Because in Spain the industry was very tiny, and the guy the main guy the CEO Hernan
Oh,
went into UK, and he did a lot of contacts from both in UK and in Spain, and so he was getting requests from friends here in Spain and in the UK for making games, and that was the origin of Casual Brothers. Helping friends,
yeah.
and the
I
good thing
mean,
is
and you
that
guys provided help for some pretty cool titles too.
yeah, well, how to say, we have been making games in big titles like Killing Floor, Evil Dead the game. We have been making big stuff regarding big IPs for all ages like Ace Age, Jumanji, Matchbox, Barbie, Monster High, The Grinch, a lot of games. The history of the company is long, who knows. What is impressive is that the people that was driving the company, they even care about putting a website up there to make visibility of who they were and what they were making. I joined the company not that much, not that long. So for me it was like, why you are not having a website, mate? So yeah, the thing is that they have been making a lot of games, and a lot of games that are popular, and many games are really selling well, and many people is loving the games that we are doing.
And
And
how many people are at Casual Brothers?
we are less or more 60 people, and the thing is that Casual Brothers have a tiny office in the UK. We are prepping another in the Canary Islands, but
Okay.
most of the people is working remote,
Yeah.
and we are doing mostly all the games in remote, and we are having both the people that is hired and people that is contract,
Yeah.
and we are keeping a healthy balance between the people that work from time to time with us. We don't consider only them partners, but most of the time we consider them friends. In the same manner that Hernán was getting work, from friends, we are giving work to friends, and that's it. We are keeping like this. And yeah, the thing is that we love the formula. We love being in touch with a lot of friends and making games with nice
Yeah.
people out there. We are working in very good IPs, and we are super happy to 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 be able to work for games that is covering aiming to youngsters, and also working on games like Evil Dead the game that is more pro games.
Yeah. No,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and the good thing is that we also want to have the opportunity, like we had with Hot Rod, and release our own games,
Yeah.
you know. And we are going to keep pushing regarding having times to make something, because we are having lots of ideas. The industry seems to be in a bad moment, but at the same time, we are having so many blanks to fill up. Looks like many companies are always looking into the same stuff. And the good thing is that the indies are saving the day, in my opinion. If someone needs to save the industry, it's going to be the indies, I think.
I mean, that's why we're here, right? For ID at Xbox is to really
Yeah.
bring the ability. Oh no, is to really bring. I was accidentally holding A instead of right trigger.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know,
Okay,
don't
let's try
worry.
that again.
I am bringing so interesting stuff into the board that you got confused.
But yeah, with ID at Xbox being here, right? The whole idea is just bringing as much power to indie developers and being able to
Yeah.
release their games on Xbox.
Yeah.
And just me as a fan, like I mean my whole life revolves around indies. Some of the chat knows that I come from Tiny Build. I was one of the original people on the Tiny Build team and built out their community and social media, and so I had a chance to release 30 games, 30 indie games through Tiny Build during the last, it was like 7-8 years ago, and so. I just really got to fall in love with the indie universe, and so being able to come over here to ID at Xbox and continue helping indie developers share, the passion of the game that they've been working on so diligently for the last however long, per developer. Oh no! Is an incredible experience. Oh no! Oh
Use
no!
the turbo. You have a button for the turbo.
Yep. Yep. I always forget about it.
Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
You were about to lose if you didn't use the turbo. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's,
so it's
re-
very
it's
exciting.
something. It's something that we really need in the industry, and it's something that we are looking forward to keep
Yeah.
doing and bringing fresh ideas and feeling. There are lots of gaps in the industry. Lots of stuff that people want and that we are not having. And in the end, we have all the big companies doing most of the same in people's the numbers. They are big enough and they are doing always the same stuff because they need to get with the numbers. They pay in big companies like Ubisoft and so on. But the thing is that what is going to keep alive the industry is the fresh ideas, the new games.
And it's so funny too because you said it there, the fresh ideas, and with indies, I mean not all indies are very quick to put out, but just the ability to work on something a lot more small scale means that you get to try some unique ideas on a faster pace, and you do see some of these ideas just turn into industry giants, just like new game modes and new experiences, or just reviving something that kind of disappeared for a long time. And that can be even from a genre that's pretty common. Like kart racers is not like it's an unknown genre; it's a very popular genre. But being able to bring fresh ideas to kart racers is generally pretty welcome, because people, the genre wouldn't exist if people didn't like them, right? So being able to bring fresh ideas to a pretty popular category of games is, I mean, one, it's got to be quite exciting as the developer yourselves, but as a community, I know that people are always wanting to see something new and fresh come from
Yeah.
something that's been
Yeah.
around for so long.
Let's see if we get them on board with the new stuff that we are bringing in. And we are seeing that there are some complaints regarding reviews and so on. And they seem to be the same formula, but I am not sure if they are playing the game really. You know, because we are putting new stuff in there and we are putting risk because we can afford the risk. You know, so let's see what the people say and if they enjoy the game and let's see.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
we put we put long time ago the first trailer, and it was super fun that many people were saying, "Oh, you are racing through dinosaurs. You are having walking cones. We are having lots of stuff in there that are not so common, no? And you know the kind of racing with so many alive things in the game is something that stands out
Yeah.
from the normal stuff. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
there are many games that are having some moving elements and so on, but not behaviors from the living things in the game like we do. You know, you will
Yeah.
see if you get to play the dinosaur part,
I don't.
you will be understanding.
I don't know if I selected a set of horses that. Oh wait. Oh, this is it. Okay. Oh my god. It's like
I don't want to make spoilers. Let's see how much fun you have there.
it's like Jurassic Park during the worst timing.
Low poly park, low poly Jurassic Park. Like
Oh
just
no.
here now comes the fun.
Oh my
You know,
god. Oh no. No.
no. It's not easy, and the thing is that the behavior is not always the same. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the players because okay, you need to skip stuff that is alive, that is not doing always the same path, you know, and yeah, that's super fun because you are not playing the same game,
Oh
the
wait.
same circuit or most of the time, you know.
It's like actually an amusement park, so there's roller coasters. It reminds me of
Absolutely.
it reminds me of kind of like the Jurassic Park ride at like Universal Studios or whatever, where like you're going through the park on the roller coaster kind of a thing, and then things start going wrong. Oh, that's so fun. See, this is why like we recently did a stream with Hypercharge, which is the essentially like a toy soldier experience for a first-person shooter, and you miniature scale in a real-world environment kind of a thing. So very similar like this, and it's just so fun being able to see like fun creativity come out of something where you know the genre has been so. Oh, I went a different way. Where the genre has been so like set for a long time, first-person shooters, right? Or I guess that one is first-person or third-person. But yeah, and kart racers. Not that kart racers were always super serious, because I mean you have a lot of fun ones out there that are very light-hearted. But you also do have like like the speedboat kart racers, things like that, where it's very sci-fi and military or things like that too. So you get a little bit. What was that?
There were two missiles together.
So yeah, it's so fun being able to see. Oh my. Yeah, the enemies get so much harder in hard mode with everyone getting the missiles.
But it's for everyone, for them too. Oh, they use the shield right on time.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Ouch! Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, the good thing with the scale is that it allows you to make understandable elements easily, but in
yeah.
the end, it's a challenge to make it work with the performance and so on. You know, uh, we are talking about the Xbox Series now. It's not a challenge anymore to make a game performing well.
Oh yeah.
Back in time, and we are making the game in other platforms like the Switch, which is challenging to keep it running well. And you have to. Oh no, bad
I tried
idea.
to get it to the guy in front of me.
Yeah, so absolutely. The scale is super fun because you can put some. Oh, Jay plays. Oh my god. And you can have put a
He
lot,
said
lot of
eighth place.
elements
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
It's fine, don't worry. You can still make the tier place, I think. Let's see how do you hit. Do you do the general classification?
Um, I did see a question in chat earlier because you were just talking about the availability of being able to develop for Xbox much easier nowadays. Is there thoughts on almost last, so not that bad? Is there any thought to adding online multiplayer elements?
Yeah, we have been talking about it for long. To be honest, making an online challenge game like this, making it work nicely, is not easy at all.
Yeah,
And probably we will be in need of making sacrifices in the gameplay that we have. Most of the games in the genre do have a different gameplay than the previous versions of the games because they need to adapt the gameplay to the online, you know?
yeah,
And that's our biggest concern. We wanted to make a fresh gameplay, a very good physics that really feel good with the controls, and that's why I'm going to get big. That's why our game is having better feeling than most of the games that we have in the car racing genre, because they are putting online and they are very limited in terms of what kind of gameplay they are putting. If we do at some point, then we will have to adjust some stuff, and maybe we can have a different gameplay for
for
the
an
online
online
play and
mode.
so on. Yeah, we will see. It's something that we have always in our desks. It's something that we are discussing constantly. Should we put in this or not? The thing is that I'm going to be super honest. One of the things that I say to the team is why we need to have online play. If we want to make an online play with a server to make the judgment between different players, this is going to be adding extra cost on servers and a lot of polishing and adaptation on the gameplay, and probably it's going to take less fun. And if you want to play with friends, you can use the game share because most of the platforms you can play with your friends nowadays with the split screen. You know,
Yeah,
you can do it
no,
on Xbox. You can play with your friends in Xbox. So why putting on breaking the good gameplay that we have?
yeah. I mean, you
We
definitely can. You can go that route, and a lot of games do have that option to just, if you're wanting to play online multiplayer capabilities, to just to do like
absolutely.
a game share. Oh no,
Yeah,
game
yeah.
share
You can
option.
do a game. You can do a game share and then enjoy with your friends. What you can do is getting into an online service and playing with unknown people, having ranked mode, and so on. That's something we would like to make for sure, but we need to evaluate clearly the compromise in gameplay and also the risk in terms of having servers and the amount of money of the servers. What we do with the servers cost. Most of the games are having server cost that are behind a paywall. They are being paying for skins or something like this. We don't want that in our game, you know. So yeah, let's see also what is the response from the community,
Yeah,
because if we are getting good sales and people is demanding a lot the online, then maybe we can do it, You know,
Yeah, I
it's
mean the
about
option
numbers.
definitely like isn't off the table. You know, if the demand is there and the community is wanting it, it's something that you're able to consider, which is great to hear. Yeah. Chat's saying loving the variety of the aesthetics on every map. I think I noticed for this one in particular, I think it said that this one was the reverse. So is reverse meaning you just do the level backwards?
Yeah, we have
Cool.
the level backward, the level mirror, and the level twisted, which is backward and mirror. And
Oh, okay.
you know, there is something more fun than that. This was super challenging to do. Do you think in the most of the big games they are not doing this because of the quality per se? Because it's a lot of challenging to make the same circuit, making it different and in good quality. We did a lot of effort polishing the backwards and the backwards, the mirrored and the twisted.
Oh
The
yeah,
thing is that
absolutely.
we are changing the start line and the goal line. We are changing a lot of elements on its places. We are changing the elements that are the hurdles, and we are changing where are the item boxes in place.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of challenge for making this, and you don't know the lot of headaches that this brought to the team. Oh, no one is going to get up there. That,
Yeah,
that
I
is the
mean,
fun of the physics, you know.
I actually went to college as a 3D artist, and I specifically wanted to do level design. That was the whole point. So I went to school and learned 3D modeling and texturing, and went through and did that for quite a long time. Oh no. But one of the things that as you're building out maps, especially for games like this where it's essentially linear. You're going through and you're doing the map, and you need to make sure that people aren't able to break boundaries and to be able to go through and do that. Oh my god! While still having the game to be fun, right? And so as you're building that out, you focus on it so strongly in making it. Oh my! I was hoping it was going to be a shield. In so strongly in one direction forward, right? That generally being able to do the map backwards is like it's almost non-existent. Being able to just like experience the same thing, because everything like ramps are all pointed one direction and jumps are all aimed specifically for how the next turn is going to be, or like arrows pointing to show you which direction you need to go when after you make a turn, or when you're entering like an alleyway or something, right? And
and the reading of the track. I mean, the bigger risk that we took with Horror Mayhem is the visibility of the tracks. We are having lots of stuff in the tracks, lots of live elements moving everywhere, lots of stuff that you can interact. But this is making super difficult sometimes to see where the track is heading, And second place, not bad. And it was
Thanks, Farina.
It was a big challenge, and we think that this is going to be one of the biggest hurdles that we have to do against, because the younger people is going to have a lot of trouble to see where the track is going. That's why we consider this game to be more for gamers and not the casual gaming people, no? But in the end, if you like gaming, you are going to enjoy a lot the game. I think it's a reality. If you are taking more profit from the levels by doing the twist, the mirror, and everything, you are going to have to deal a lot with the visibility and a lot of adjustments on these variations. The good thing is that the tracks feels new almost always.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's it's very difficult, especially for like replayability too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, having once a player is racing on a map, 50 to 100 times, to just have the experience still be fun every time. And I think your real world elements bring the fun aspect to that. Like, I don't know if I would call dodging floating lightning balls real world, but people walking by and dinosaurs running through. Not that you're experiencing dinosaurs running through that often either, but
No,
but yeah,
it's
just experiencing those things. Oh no!
yeah, that's fine.
Is gonna make it unique and fun every time. I did see a question in chat. What was it? Do you have maps based on countries, similar to Mario Kart Mobile?
No, we are taking teams for the different maps, for the different tracks. We are not taking into account countries or anything. It's just teams,
Yeah.
Cyber,
So like dinosaurs or.
This is not sitting in any city or anything. The dinosaur part neither. And yeah, the thing is that we were looking into fun teams to make the tracks.
Yeah. So yeah. So like theme parks or circus.
Absolutely.
Do you guys have any thoughts for any upcoming themes that you're wanting to put in?
We have a list. When you are making games, you are always listing ideas. You could never end. Sadly, the time and the budget is always limited, and you need to have the cut. More being India and having more work to do in other projects. But yeah, we have several stuff regarding teams, regarding power ups. The problem is that it takes a lot of effort to make everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Because making stuff can be easy. That's super fun. I really love that. That's one of the fun stuff that we have in the game. This candy, the candy clouds.
Yeah.
If you get from the stick, it's like a run.
Yeah.
It's super. And if you do it right, you can even take profit of that. If
Really?
You are using if you are using a turbo or something, you can pass everyone from the sailing.
That's
which
awesome.
Is cool.
Oh my god.
We were having a lot of discussion about this table in there. Should we take it or not? But in the end, we said let's keep the fun. Let's keep the mayhem.
I don't know if this one's backwards and inverse, but it's definitely backwards because you can tell this Ferris wheel is backwards.
Yeah, we are doing backwards. Yeah, because I can recognize that because of the movement in the minimap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have been playing a lot the game.
Oh, my god.
If you look into the credits, we didn't have even QA. The QA we did it on ourselves. The same team did all the QA. And kudos to the team because we got a game out there that we are not having. We are not having almost everything wrong in terms of crashes or anything. We are super happy with the effort that the team did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's not awesome. We would have preferred to have the QA team behind, but the budget.
Well, I mean, but like I'm saying it's more awesome that you guys are doing your own QA because like there's so much on top of the development. Like taking on QA as a role is a lot. There's so much time that goes into it.
Absolutely. There is a lot of benefits of having QA.
Because
they are all fresh eyes. And what we did is put in the team that people that was working in other projects, we were having time from them as fresh eyes.
Yeah.
It's the only way when you don't have the budget for having QA from the outside. That's the way to balance. If you are balancing the game, you need to get the team that is not used to play that much the game to test it and have the drop the item. Battle.
When you guys were doing playtest sessions, do you guys play like like a shared screen experience, so that way you're playing multiplayer sessions, and do you do that on more of like a regularly occurring basis, like every
sure,
Friday
sure.
evening or something?
Yeah, we have a couple of playtests, Hardware Mayhem playtests set in the calendar for long.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I mean it's mandatory, and also as most of the people is working remote, you need to do it with the screen share and so on.
Yeah.
It's the only way because if you are doing a local multiplayer game, if you don't do it in remote, it's how do you do it? No,
Oh
only
yeah, for sure.
when we are gathering the people in the office, we can do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but in the daily in the dailies in the day to day, we were having the screen share feature for that. You know. So
Backwards is like you get used to a map so much playing it forward that playing it backwards is so weird. Like it's I'm so used to the turn going the other way. Oh my god.
Right. No, it makes super difficult to mesmerize the controls. In other games like Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing and so on, you can remember the map by memory.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could practically play them with your eyes closed.
Yeah, this is not going to happen easily in Hard of Mayhem.
Oh, especially with how many environment things that you have going on. Like, just bumping into the smallest thing sets you off. Oh my god.
What do you think of the physics? You're liking it or not?
Oh no, I do. The physics are great. I actually enjoy that it's not as controlled. Like such. I like the wobble. I like the amount of like handling that's required. No. The amount of handling that's required in order to make turns, it doesn't feel like it's too easy. It makes it feel like there's a challenge, and which I think is good, because then when you have gamers who don't want to play on the hardest difficulty, they have a challenge of their own of just managing the cart. And I say that where it makes it feel like, or it makes it sound like maybe that's a bad thing, like it's too hard to control the cart, but it's really not. It's more of like
No. We really think we nailed it with the gameplay and the physics.
Yeah. It really feels like easy entry, but difficult to master.
Yeah. I think we really nailed it, and you can compare with a lot of games out there, and the first impression of the game is much better than most of them. So we are super proud, and we can't wait for having more feedback from players.
Yeah.
We are really having reviews of 9s, which is it's a bit crazy to have a review with 9, to be honest. We were not expecting that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they are loving the control and the physics, and
I mean, that's good.
That's good. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what. Oh, you're getting fifth. I can't believe it. You had a very lucky day there. I was thinking, okay, he's going to finish 6th, 4th, maybe. You end up
He
on 5th
was
place.
doubting me, but that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I only won by a half a second. So.
Yeah, and really, what stands out for the gameplay is the physics of the car. I mean, how you can collide with others. You can make them turn if you push them on the back the wheels.
Yeah.
And they can do the same for you. You can even get over a car.
Oh yeah.
And which is super uncommon stuff in car games. And you can be riding over another car, and you are affecting the control of the other car, and so on. Which is crazy. This kind of stuff is really something that makes Hard of Mayhem unique. Not many games out there that we have been exploring are having this kind of physics, and we did it in a way that we are super proud, and we think that really fits the gameplay. And let's see if the people will love it as we love it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, this is a opportunity. Oh, an opportunity for like shouting out your guys' Discord, because I know that I think I took a shortcut, or a long way. But yeah. There's I think Carnage probably has it, or maybe Dopey has it. But there's a Hot Rod Discord. If you guys are interested in joining and giving support there, feedback based on the game,
Yes, please.
the developers are, obviously very interested in hearing. I thought I was going straight.
Yeah, no, it's common. It's common. No, it's not your fault. It's a normal road. It's a human road, and you are following the human road. Even that we put a big arrow, two big arrows there. There are still people in the team that they go straight.
But yeah, join the Discord, especially if you pick up the game. If you're picking up the game, join the Discord. Give them feedback based on maps, based on cart balancing, item balancing, anything that you guys feel that could be helpful in helping them with future updates or patches or anything like that. Features that you want to see. Push them for the demand for online multiplayer.
No, of course. I mean, everything is going to be welcome. Even if you want to have a chat with the team behind who did the game. But the reality is that we are always super busy, and we don't have anyone dedicated only to give response. In the same way that we were not having a website, we were not having any kind of social network set up. We did everything for Hot Rod, and the team that is going to attend the Discord chat is going to be busy working on other stuff too.
Oh yeah.
But we will try to get in touch with people, and we are going to be super grateful for any kind of feedback, because we'll put really a lot of love making Hot Rod. It's been lots of hours, lots of suffering making a game that we wanted to make it fun for everyone and making it unique. We know that there are going to be complaints like the items, and that we don't have the formula, maybe not the best the most original one, but let us know everything. We are going to read everything, and we are going to be super thankful for the feedback.
Yeah.
But we created
that's
a Discord
exciting.
server for that.
Also, if you're friends with the old community manager of ID at Xbox, Timber is helping out the Casual Brothers team, and just posted in the chat that she made the Discord. So
yeah, absolutely. No, we needed the help from someone, because the team was super busy with other stuff. So it was okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we are very grateful, and she's going to help, and she's going to attend most of the chats and so on. And then we, the team, we are going to pass and give more insights and anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, that's good. That's awesome. Plus
we were thinking on the idea of doing an early release or something like this, but we think that the early release stuff is getting in a bad shape. So we didn't want to be in that. We preferred to launch the game and listen to the people with the feedback with the game launch, and that's it. So the people can enjoy the game, and we can keep progressing and taking stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I see that Carnage is still giving away copies of the game. And then, again, shout out to Casual Brothers for supplying all the codes for giveaways. We not only have 5 for stream. Oh, no, this was bad timing. Oh, my God, right through the legs. We not only have 5 for the stream, but they gave us an extra 5 to give away in the ID at Xbox Discord, too. So we'll make sure that we give those away throughout probably throughout the next week. So if you're not already in the ID at Xbox Discord, join us there, and the mods can put a link to that in the chat for me too, please. But yeah, lots of codes to give away. I see that Carnage has been giving away a whole bunch of them. How many more do we have left, Carnage?
Okay, so you think
Two more.
you are going to finish first?
I hope so, but I'm gonna have like 50 rockets aimed at me here soon.
No, you are doing fine. You are having a lot of defense from the road. So yeah, let's see what the people say. Yeah, we can wait for it, and yeah, let's see when we can keep releasing new stuff and adding new tracks and so on. Woohoo!
Oh no, that was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah, that's something that the rebound help that we added in the game was just for this kind of collisions, because there are some hard collisions that make it difficult, and with the rebound system that would help recollocating the direction helps on not getting stuck on places.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think that it is also fun to have this kind of collisions. So that's why we set it as an option for the player.
Yeah. No, the ability to actually that was that one of your optional to be able to reverse? You had 3 optionals. One was the camera.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even try the other camera yet. This camera feels very natural to me, so now I'm wondering what the other camera feels like.
Yeah, no, you can try it. And the good thing is that you can change this during the gameplay. By hitting the pause button, every player can change the configuration.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That car, I want to swap to that car. That car looked amazing.
Yeah, it was my favorite on the first games. With this one,
Wait,
the keys, the boost. Something that I didn't explain too much about the drift is the drift. You have a button, and when you are turning, you are cornering. You can do the drift, and you can make harder the cornering. And while you are on the drift, you are feeling the turbo bar. The thing is, if you are faster, you are running faster, you are going to feel more the turbo bar.
Yeah.
And this is something that makes that the more active people that is going to be using the turbo and the drifting, they are going to be constantly abusing the turbo and the drifting. But of course, doing the turbo, the drifting, is taking always its own risk regarding the having more collisions and so on.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you want to play the race now, no? Taking the same car.
Yeah, I ended up picking the same car. I like the speed. I did switch the camera though because I wanted to see what the camera felt like.
You can the good thing is that you can swap during the pause. You can pause and change it and test it while on the.
Oh really? Okay. That's good.
And as I was explaining, this is valid for all the players. If you are playing with 4 friends, with 3 friends, 4 players together, anyone can have its own configuration change from the main menu. From the main menu, from the pause menu. That's what I wanted to know.
Honestly, okay. So now I have. What are the balloons? Okay, trial.
You need to hit the balloons to complete. You need to almost fill the bar to be successful and get before the time runs out.
I like that the trials are just kind of like almost like a mini game aspect. Actually, I'm curious. Is there any consideration of because you have these trials to just do a game mode of just trials?
It's always on the web, so it's some of the preferred things to add in the game, because we are putting 10 trials in the game, but we have a lot more that were in the works. So there is always a possibility of adding only the trials mode.
I feel like a trials mode would be really fun because they're hard in a different way. Like especially because they're all, oh my god, they're all timed, so it makes it even more of a challenge.
And that's variety after all. The idea is to have a gameplay that is very active for the player and that we have variety. That's one of the focuses of the game design that we have. That's why we are putting the variations on the tracks, and that's why we are putting the trials.
Yeah.
So we think that the people that are going to play the game, they are going to enjoy it for sure. There might be some people that might be getting some frustration about the visibility of the tracks and so on, but the gameplay, super fun. I think that no one is going to get bored with the game.
No, I mean, like, even playing for, I mean, I've been playing for the last hour and a half now, and every except for when I just repeated the championship after going from normal difficulty to hard difficulty, except for that moment in particular, everything else, oh my god, I just hit myself. Everything else has felt like a new experience every time. I mean, this one, I think this one is, I can't tell if it's twisted and, twisted and reversed, or if it's just reversed.
This is the mirrored one, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. Oh!
Yeah. The thing is keeping the gameplay fresh is always something that happens in this game. And the good thing is that due to the physics and the elements that we have, you are going to always have trouble and stuff to be attending.
Yeah.
So we have an hyperactivity for the players that they are always thinking on what is in which part of the track I need to go. Should I be using the drift or not? Where in which place, which part of the track I need to take to skip a hurdle? You know, there are a lot of challenges, and for example, these chairs and everything that is, if someone hit the chairs or the tables,
Yeah.
they can be in the middle of the road. You know?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
This is the craziness, the craziness, the unexpected elements that is hidden in the gameplay. And we are proud that not many games, car games, are having this kind of gameplay. You know?
You guys, the other thing to note too is, you know, just, you mentioned before, like, the dev team has been doing all the QA. Like, you didn't have any dedicated QA people on the team, but the game is solid. Like, I don't think I've run into a bug yet, which, you know, not to say that like every game launches with like obvious bugs or anything, but you know, game development has just gotten, you know, more difficult with so much more demand over the years, that it's pretty common to launch with, you know, like day one patch needed kind of a thing. And I don't fault a lot of games for having that, because the game development process is difficult. It's very, very tiring, and you know, it can be quite the process to get to the finish line. So, dang it, I just lost first place barely. But yeah, you guys have a pretty solid build here.
Yeah, we are super happy with it. I mean, the team did a super effort making this happen. And you know, we are having physics and so on, so the challenge was quite big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How long has been the polishing phase, or are you doing like polishing during the development process for so long?
We have been developing the game always with a lot of playtesting, and we have been polishing as we did the gameplay. We took features that were too complex and bringing too much bugs to the board, because they were adding too much complexity and a lot of trouble and test cases to attend. Yeah, so that's key. I was telling you about that we are putting the items that are more common in the genre. No, we tried a lot of new stuff, that was super difficult to handle for making it work without issues and so on. And that's what we did. Okay, this is super complex, and we cannot have the time to make this polished and fun. So let's take it. And the key is simplicity. I mean, that's something we do in an outstanding way in Casual Brothers. Most of our partners are always saying that we are one of the best developers they are working always because we are over delivering stuff earlier in good quality with the stable builds and so on. And the key is having the simplicity and making sure that the things that we put in the board are just enough for what we need, and we don't want to put extra complexities that in the end doesn't add that much for the player.
Oh no.
You know. So,
Oh no. Yeah. No, I mean it absolutely makes sense. It's actually, I honestly lean towards, and I think a lot of gamers do nowadays too, but lean towards launch with something that works, and then bring the updates for quality of life, and like bringing player retention back or anything along that line after launch. And plus, it gives a reason for players to come back to a game, because you can't expect for players to only be playing your game. There's so many options out there, right? Plus, like part of the indie culture is being able to understand that you're sharing this fan base with oh my god with a lot of other indie companies. So a lot of that like developer brotherly love comes out of it, right? Oh no. So yeah. So with that said, like you said, keep it simple.
There is something that the industry needs to understand, is that we don't need to have all the games lasting an eternity, or having tens of games that you need to dedicate hundreds of hours. What we are doing there is just having a fun game that you are going to enjoy. If you play 15 hours or 10 hours, it is enough for us. I mean, just have fun. And that's important, that we lost in the industry. We lost this mentality of, hey, let's make fun games so they enjoy it. Let's put them a game that you have objectives and so on.
Yeah.
Don't make games that is just taking the time of your players. I don't like at all that many games in the industry, even indie games in some cases, they are requesting a lot of time for the player. I know that the more dedicated players want this, but most of the people in the industry doesn't have the time for that.
Yeah, it just it's obviously going to be dependent on your gamer, right? And it's not that it's such a bad thing to develop concepts like that, because there are players who just want to get lost in a game, right? And spend all that time, which is, oh god, I thought I was going straight. New map. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ability to like you said before. I mean, you said it perfect before. Just keep it simple, especially for if that works for. Oh my god, if that works for not only the type of game you're creating, but the fan base that you're expecting, your development style. If those all align, then perfect. That's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, what we want is people to have fun, and and that's the only thing that we need to care. Make fun games and having people enjoying what we do, and that's it. And that's what hard work is about. Get the game, enjoy it, and if you don't want to play it anymore in a month, that's fine. We can bring more content, we can add more stuff, but we should be thinking that the industry needs to be about having fun games, not putting the time, not requesting the time from all the players, because in the end we are narrowing, making it smaller our industry.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what we understand for a fun game, and we are accomplishing that with honor. We are super proud about this mentality too. And this is applied to most of the games that we do. We are making people games for youngers, and we don't want the young people to spend hundreds of hours in the games. This is not healthy at all. They need the time to play with friends. They need the time to enjoy, to study. And there are many good stuff in our lives to be requesting hundreds of hours from the players, no?
Sure.
And we are always thinking on this is a good thing to aim, you know. Well, it's an ideal on our side, and that's it. And I am a father. Most of the people in the team are fathers too.
Yeah.
I was explaining to you that there are people in the team that they have been making games for more than 30 years, and they started making games on the Spectrum. So in the end, we remember a lot the Spectrum era, and we talk a lot about this era, how gaming was, and that was super cool to discover new stuff and get on the streets to get with your friends and talk about what you found. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that we completely lost nowadays because most of the people is playing online or chatting on forums on TikTok, and you can even know and see the whole game before you buy it or before even it is released because someone leaked it. You know,
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah.
Stacy. About this map, something that I really love about this map is that this is the map in which you can get the higher speed. If you do it right,
I noticed that it was very fast, which
Yeah.
I actually think that this is probably my favorite map so far. It felt extra unique. Actually, I'm curious, what was the first map you built and what was the last map you built? Because sometimes you can tell in the development process which one was the original thought. And then you can tell what came later because there's usually either more elements or more features, and it usually depends on the development process too, because sometimes you just build the map and then you add in like environment elements later, or speed
exactly.
boosts.
You always need to have a map in which you are testing the kind of template that you are putting. And in that game was barbecue, the garden one. And
Yeah.
the last we are having that the first game that you play in the game is the first game that we started,
Oh, really?
and also the last track that we have in the game is the last track that we did for the game.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
You're talking about specifically in Championship.
Yeah, in championship.
Okay.
Yeah. As you unlock the championships, you are unlocking the tracks for playing in the race mode.
Oh, really? Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because in the beginning the race mode only allows to play the three first levels.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The good thing, something that is not that common either, is that you can play the championship with all 4 friends.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can get up with 4 friends and play the championship. And
That's
the
cool.
good thing, yeah, and the good thing is that you can even get 6 players only. So this means that there are 4 players and only 2 CPUs.
Yeah.
But you know what's fun? The game is harder with only 6 players than 10 players, because when you are playing with 10 players in the race, they are disturbing each other more than when you are having less characters.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So even if you get to play with friends, you are going to have challenge to get on the first place. If you are limiting to 6 players, the normal thing is that if you don't disturb too much, you are going at least to unlock the third place.
Yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. Oh.
Yeah, we were having a lot of discussion about why should we bring in the opportunity to select the amount of rivals in the championship. The thing is that we were seeing that for some people it's more fun playing with more cards, more rivals, And
Yeah.
for other people, it's more fun playing with less rivals.
I could totally understand both sides. I'm personally more uh, enemies, just because I think I like the chaos of it more. More items being thrown around, more. I feel like you're right. It's less of the competitive because they're after each other more than they're after you.
Yeah.
And I'm very. It's kind of contradictory to me because I'm very competitive, but I think I like the chaos of it that I get to experience when there's more than or there's more players than less. So, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
the
nice that
thing
you
is
get to
that
choose how many though.
Yeah, no, it's something very uncommon in the car racing genre, and we think that it's good to bring the options for the players. And the thing
Yeah.
is that if you want to have more challenge, we recommend you to play with 6 players.
Yeah.
You know, it's a reality. Um, but in the end, it's about fun. You know, that's key for us. The people needs to have fun. We want the people to play the game having fun, and that's key. By the way, how are you feeling about the difficulty? Because you are playing on hard and you are doing pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean I'm
Yeah.
definitely having a lot of fun. This is definitely a nice experience.
Mm.
It's I'm trying to think of. I mean, I play kart racers very, very casually, and I'm trying to think. I usually play them. I love like arcade kart racers where you're like on the bike or sitting in the car and racing. I love those. Oh wait, that looks like a Doom helmet.
Yeah, it reminds of it.
It looks like Doom guy.
This is a crazy car. The movement of this car is propelled by a fan behind, and
Yeah.
the thing is that it has a movement that it's always balancing itself,
Yeah.
like pushing on the back, and it's crazy stuff. You are not testing many cars, or you are not looking into the costumes and so on, but we hope that a lot of people is having a lot of fun.
Have so on a like personal interest, have you guys considered adding like a motorcycle for one of the like choices
Yeah,
for carts?
yeah, it was something that was discussed early, but we discarded because the fan physics that we have it was adding a lot of work, um, and in the end, uh, it fits with the whole theme of the hot rods and so on. You know,
Yeah.
you went into under the leg of the
Yep.
character. You were super lucky there. And it's always a possibility, but we wanted to keep it simple.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
it's
mind that
something
there's no motorcycle, but I do lean towards them. When I see a motorcycle and a kart racer, I usually pick the motorcycle.
Yeah.
One, normally because it's usually faster, but oh my god, I am doing terrible.
You know that you need to skip the cons, right?
Yeah, I know. But
it's super
yeah,
fun. It's super fun when you have players there making its own road, going through the cons. It's a possibility on this trial, and there were some people in the company that was making awesome videos of it.
well,
You know,
we just hit it.
we added the working cons, dinosaurs, and so on.
Uh-huh.
And now other games are adding this. It's like, oh, why they are putting this the same stuff that we are bringing new? What a pain. Um, this track, there is something super fun, which is the sounds of the people dancing and singing and so on.
Yeah,
Which is most of the voices are from people from the office, of course.
really.
You know, of course. Of
What about
course.
the announcer?
The announcer, we have the announcer dubbed in a few languages,
Yeah,
Spanish, French, German, and English. And they are people known and people that, well, we thought it really was adding to the gameplay. to have the announcer system, and in the end we spent a good bunch on it. Let's see if you didn't hit that cone.
I had like 1 second left. I don't know.
You know, we are having lots of languages in the game.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name. It was 20, 17. I don't remember the amount at the moment. And we are having the 4 languages. Not many companies are putting dubbing in so many languages as we are putting. But it was not that expensive. It was a bit of extra work, and in the end, it helps for the players understanding what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's part of the kind of games that we do at Casual Brothers, because most of the games that we do, they have voices for the menus, for the gameplay, and so on. Because we think that the young people is always understanding better what's going on in games. If they need to read.
Makes it relatable and fun.
Yeah. I can feel the fear. I'm sorry that I was unable to set up the Xbox next to my.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay.
Because it will have been fun to play together, but I have my children in the living room, and they are there playing, and it was impossible to bring everything in my desk.
No, that's okay. If you guys for doing streams and stuff, I always invite the developers to come back if they have like an update come out or something like that they're really excited to share with the community. So maybe if that comes back around at some point and you guys have a like a big title update that you guys want to share with the community, we're happy to bring you guys back in and do some multiplayer sessions. I think that would be fun. Yeah. Chat, did you guys have any last questions? We got about 5 minutes left in the stream. Oh my god, what just happened? Oh my god. I can't turn.
That's it. We need to explain it to the people about the drifting and so on. It's something that we didn't show too much today. The drifting is cornering with the drift is filling the turbo, as we said.
Yeah.
There is the air drift. If you do a drift before jumping over a ramp or something, you can fill up the turbo there.
Oh yeah.
If you do it fast, a fast drift, you are filling up more. And there is also the
I didn't recognize that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There is also something super cool. If you have a frontal impact, you can do a back drift. If you stop racing for a moment, if you do a drift and go back, and with the set L, you can go back. You can do a back drift. Look
Whoa.
at the feeling.
That's cool.
That's a technique. That I am keeping for myself, even for. There are some people in the team that they don't know about this technique, because it's if you get stuck on some place.
Oh my god.
Or you get a hit. Sometimes it's better if you do the back drift, so you feel quickly the turbo. It's an amazing technique there.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are also lots of elements in the tracks that they are if you hit them, you are going to get the turbo. If you go over the barbecue that you have there,
yeah,
you will be feeling the turbo, and you are going to put the resource getting over this place, but you will be feeling the turbo. And there are many surprises like that in the game, like the donks, like chips, special chips that are granting you turbo, and there are lots of secrets for the gameplay, so you can feel the turbo, and these kind of secrets are bringing a lot of deep to the gameplay. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, oh god, 2 hours in, and didn't realize that like the amount of speed you have adjusts how much drift, or how much speed you have in your drift adjusts how much faster you regain the
Yeah,
boost bar.
you feel more turbo if you are doing the drift faster, and if you are spending, you can even drift and spend turbo.
Yeah.
You can combine both, and there are super cool techniques. But we really think that the drift feature that we put in the game, it's super cool. It's super cool. I mean, we think that people is going to love it with time,
Yeah.
and we when we started making the game and we were discussing about the the adding online or not, we were like, okay, if we have online, people is going to love the drifting technique for the competitiveness that is bringing into the gameplay. You know, and oh, and there are more ideas, man. There are a lot of stuff that we want to bring in there. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to
and
see what potentially comes out of the future for the development of the game. Oh, see, now I'm doing. Oh no, I'm doing dinosaur forward this time because I think the first time I played this map, I played it backwards.
yeah, the
Um,
thing is, the thing that also we didn't discuss it too much is about the items. You are seeing the usual stuff, which is the spin that explodes when hitting,
yeah,
the shield, the marbles, the red the red missile. Also, we have the stars, and we have a good bunch. A generic, a kind of generic stuff that is common in most of the genre, that is adding a lot of competitivity,
yeah,
and many people are going to be using. And we think that it's going to be fun for them. And we pretend to add more. And as we polish the ones that are more complex, we are going to bring more fun and more unique power-ups in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, and also we are going to attend about the difficulty. Before publishing the game, we did adjustments because some YouTubers that were playing the game, they were complaining about the difficulty being too hard. But
really? Okay.
I'm seeing you playing, and I feel like, okay, in the end, we did it maybe a bit just too easy for hard. So let's see what people says. We are also thinking on adding more difficulties and so on.
I was gonna say,
You know?
if anything, I don't feel that hard is too hard. I actually feel like this is a nice, like, hard difficulty. I think what could be an interesting addition would be like, however you want to call it, an insane or
Yeah.
or professional, something, something
Yeah, something. Yeah.
themed.
The level doesn't matter. The thing is that more challenges still.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are going to keep bringing stuff because we love our game, and we think that people are going to love it. And we are expecting that people that get the game, they are going to ask for more. You know.
Yeah. No, it's definitely exciting.
In fact, most of the reviews, they are really asking more. They are saying, okay, put more, please. Because we like it, we like it, we enjoy it a lot, but we want more.
That's great that you're already getting
Yeah,
feedback.
absolutely. Yeah, well, the game has been accessible for people for a bit of time, and yeah, we are getting feedback and attending for the release stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so we are super happy with that.
I got one last question. I'm gonna change up the question a little bit because I don't want to talk bad on other kart racers. But the question was, are there things that you dislike in other kart racers that you feel that your game does better on? But rather than doing, because like I said, I don't want to talk bad of other kart racers. I guess if we were to reframe the question, what do you think that your game really, if you think that your game stands out like really strong as a kart racer, which feature would you say that it is most likely? I know that like you've been talking about physics during the like last 2 hours. Do you feel it's that?
The fun physics is one, but the other is the alive environments.
The alive environments.
You didn't show all the maps already, and you can see, for example, the Palia race, how much fun is having the dinosaurs moving to the race and so on.
Yeah.
And that's very unique, and they are getting in the middle of the race, and they are changing the behavior from time to time.
Yeah.
And that's something super cool. That's something super cool.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what the biggest identity of Hot Rod Mayhem. This is a new one, right?
This is a new one, but I've got to end the stream, so I'm gonna leave that for discovery for the chat. So new map for them to discover.
This is one of the more fancy, because you are having ghosts, you are having pumpkins, exploding pumpkins,
that's fun.
Banana plants, lots of stuff getting in the middle, and this is one of the most difficult maps.
Really?
So
oh man,
they are going to enjoy a lot.
I'm gonna let them discover.
There are more tracks that are getting crazier still.
That's awesome.
We are super proud about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you guys did a fantastic job. The game's super pretty. Like I said, I don't think I experienced a single bug going through the whole game. So like, solid build. Game feels very strong, and it's just exciting to see that like you guys released like a full game, and you're just waiting to see what what gamers are wanting more out of it. So that's super exciting. And I saw that Carnage just gave out the last game code, which was actually awarded to the person who just asked the last question, which is awesome. So congratulations. I hope you have fun. Again, thank you, Casual Brothers, for supplying codes to give away in the stream. We have 5 more that they supplied as well that we're going to be giving away in the Discord. So join the ID at Xbox Discord, please. I'm sure there will be a link in the chat here in a second. But also, if you have a copy of the game and you want to show some extra support to Casual Brothers, join their Discord. Give them feedback on what you want to see in the game. Let them know, if there's something that you wish they would have done differently, or features that you love, and tell them to not change it. Tell them what's good. Tell them what you'd rather see different. Give them some advice on where to go next, and show support as much as you can. Their Discord is in the chat. Carnage just dropped a couple of codes, Discord links there. If you want to follow the ID at Xbox support channel, or ID at Xbox social channels, there's a link tree in the chat for both YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you click those and do that. Volgan, congratulations on winning a copy of the game too. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, Javi, thank you so much for joining the stream. It was fantastic having you here. Thanks for sharing everything. Like you, I know, like it was very casual.
We are very thankful to all of you, because giving visibility to our game is key. We are spending no bucks into marketing or anything. We are game developers focusing on making fun games.
Yeah.
And any help that we get on promoting and making visibility of the game is super welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very appreciated. And please have a chance if you join into the Discord channel for Casual Brothers. Probably we will be giving some keys from time to time too.
There you go. So if you didn't win a copy here, or if you don't win a copy in the ID at Xbox Discord, maybe you'll win one over in the Casual Brothers Discord. But if you just want to support the developers and buy a copy of the game, it's on Xbox today. Came out on Tuesday, and it's $20 US. So nice, affordable game for you to enjoy this weekend. So pick up a copy, go have fun, show your support. And I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you again for joining and doing the interview with me today. It was great having you here. you were super knowledgeable, and you
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
I told you that it is such a casual stream, you know. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
I'm glad you had so much to share, and that you were able to, or that you were. I mean, you seemed excited to be able to talk about the game during the entire stream. So
Yeah, no, I feel I have been looking into what kind of work you do, and I really thankful because it's super fun to be able to have the chance to talk about our games, but also about the industry and everything. Let's keep with the support for in the industry because we need it.
yeah, let's keep supporting indie games, and if again, if actually for anyone who's been an ID at Xbox stream or community fan for a while, you might remember Timber. Timber was the old community manager here at ID at Xbox, and she's now helping Casual Brothers, so you'll find her over there in their Discord as well, doing community events and a whole bunch of good stuff. So go say hi to Timber over there. And thank you, chat, for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating, asking questions, all that good stuff. Thank you, BXL. Carnage, thanks for all the help in moderating and doing giveaways. I know Dopey already left, but thank you, Dopey. And Timber, thanks for reaching out and getting this all set up originally. Yeah. Hope you all have a great weekend. Any last words from you?
Just enjoy the game, please, and let us know the feedback that you have for us. It's a reality. We are waiting. We are expecting people to share what they think about our game, and it's going to be super fun.
Awesome, cool. All right, have a great weekend, everyone. Play some games. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Enjoy. Bye bye. Thank you.